All right, welcome to a special episode here. I was going to call this an extra, but honestly, I'm just going to count this as episode 96. Drop 2 episodes in one day. Look at me. And then not drop one for like a month. But here we go. This is going to be the top 15 top matches of wrestling for 2021. 2021 was a weird year, not as weird as 2020. But 2022 is not looking too hot with all that stuff and COVID and everything. Honestly, fucking sucks. I hate even talking about this shit. But let's try to escape reality for a little bit and talk about some good old fashioned wrestling. Yeah. So I was gonna do a top 10, but honestly, if I did a top 10, I wouldn't be able to fit as many New Japan matches as I wanted. So we're gonna do a top 15. Yeah, we're in the top 15. It's going to cover pretty much all of wrestling. It's going to cover everything. I watch almost everything, I try to watch. I watch all of WWE, I watch all of AEW. That includes Dark and Elevation. I watch TNA. Not the TNA pay-per-views, only rarely do I watch TNA pay-per-views. But yeah, I watch pretty much everything. Even though I mostly just go back and watch old episodes of Lucha Underground and some right now I'm watching Juice Robinson and Kenny Omega for the US title back in the day in New Japan. Like I watch a lot of old stuff really too. But yeah, I enjoy my good old wrestling, so we're gonna get into it. And we are going to name the 15 matches. This was not a easy list to compile. I will tell you fucking that. This was a very hard list, actually, because there's a lot of matches I had to take off that were really, really good. Like an honorable mention would probably be MJF and Darby. I had to take that off. That was really good. Another match that I had to take off was Bryan and Roman from SmackDown. Bryan's last match. Uh, uh, Christian versus Kenny Omega at all out, I think it was. Yeah. Kenny Omega versus Ray Phoenix. A lot of Kenny in this. Yeah, there was a lot of matches. Kenny Omega versus Hangman. I thought that match was awesome, and I had to take it out too. But yeah, I had to take a lot of matches out here, and I had to go back. Brian Cage versus Hangman was almost on the list. I almost kept wanting to put that match on there. The men's War Games match was pretty good too. Yeah, that's some honorable mentions there. But yeah, let's get right into it with number 15. Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair, Mania Night 1. This is a very special match. This was the first match, two African American ladies, two beautiful women, main eventing WrestleMania for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Both women were crying before the match even started. The match was very good. Sasha put over Bianca like $1,000,000, other thing that Becky couldn't do. And yeah, I feel like this made Bianca more of a star than she was already gonna be. Bianca was a star since the first day I saw her in NXT, honestly. She brought back the hair whip for this. She hasn't done it her whole main roster run, and she brought it back. It left a gnarly scar on Sasha. And yeah, the right winner. Bianca won with the KOD, clean as a sheet. This was a very special match. This was a very, very good match. And it's to show you how high I think of it. I think this is the only women's match on my list. Yeah. This is a very, very, very good match. It was the main event for a reason. But yeah, that is number 15 there. Yeah. Not really much to say. Just it was a great story and a great match. Let's see. Number 14 would be. I'm trying to put. I kind of threw just a bunch of matches all over the place. Like I know what's my number one. I'm trying to put them in actual little order here. So yeah. Sasha and Bianca was 15. Let's see. Next would be. Here's a name you are going to see a lot here. You know what? I'm going to say this one. Number 14 is a surprising match here that nobody really talks about. This match is fucking awesome. Moose versus Ishii at one of the New Japan Strong shows. I went into the show and I'm like, oh, it's fucking Moose and Ishii. Moose has been on a roll, and Ishii is fucking Ishii. There's nothing Ishii can't do. I have Ishii on this list like 3 times, by the way. Ishii's shit. Fucking yeah, Moose and Ishii was very surprising. It was a very, very good, solid match. It was a lot better than any right to be. Both guys went in, and Ishii won. When I actually thought Moose should have won this match. And Moose was not world champion yet. He became world champion slightly after this. But yeah, this was awesome. Both men murdered each other. Moose busting out fucking, the Spanish fly. I'm dropping everything. The Spanish fly from the top. Yeah, this match had a lot of cool moments. And yeah, that's number 14. Let's see here. 13 would be... let's go with... No, I'm going to save that one. Oh, this is so hard to do when it's all over the place. You know what? I'm going to just delete them while I'm doing this. It makes it a lot easier. So that was 15. And that was 14. 13 would now be... let's go with... Yeah, Bryan versus Kenny Omega in the 30-minute draw. This is the first time Bryan and Kenny have touched since 2009, and both men are much different performers now, especially Kenny. Kenny is on a different stratosphere right now. And yeah, this match was awesome. It was Bryan's first match in AEW, and basically Bryan got a 5-star rating out of this. And sadly, Meltzer is a fucking idiot. I don't like Meltzer, but he gave this match 5 stars, and this was Bryan's only first 5-star match. Like I said, go watch his matches with Nigel McGuinness. Go watch all the shit he did like prior before that, and you're gonna tell me Bryan has not had a 5-star match before this? Like, stop. But yeah, it's legit 2 of my favorites of all time. Like, it's Triple H is my favorite wrestler of all time. Bryan, Kenny, and AJ are all tied for like my favorite like current wrestler. Like, those guys I will never pick who's better than who. They're all fucking lifetime performers. I'll even throw Kota Ibushi in there too. He's one of my big time favorites. I hold those 4 very near to my heart. So seeing Bryan and Kenny go at it in a nice 30-minute long match was fucking awesome. I thought that was great. Number 12. Going right back to Ishii over here. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Ishii on the G1. This match was fucking awesome because it made Zack do what Zack doesn't do. He turned into the striker, and he was trying to outstrike Ishii, which is just a horrible idea. I don't know why people try that. Like I said, Ishii was a fucking MVP for me in New Japan this year. Ishii and Zack, and Shingo, of course, were the MVPs in New Japan. I know New Japan's had a lot of bad luck, but there's still some solid 5-star classics in there. Pretty much anything with Shingo at this fucking point. Like, I would have put Shingo in here a million times. His match with Tanahashi, like, I would have put Shingo in here a lot. Fucking Shingo and Ishii himself. It was good shit. But this match was awesome because Zack was getting the shit beat out of him. But Zack was undefeated going into this match. And Ishii handed him his first loss in the G1. Zack was tapping out all of the main stars. He tapped out Naito. He tapped out Shingo. He tapped out so many people. And Ishii put a stop to it. And this match was awesome because they just beat the shit out of each other. Like, this was just a fucking beat down right here. And, like, seeing Ishii get these big wins this year made me pretty fucking happy. Number 11. I'm going to give it to Bryan versus Adam Page. Winter is Coming. 1-hour draw. This is very recent, but I thought this match was awesome start to finish. It was an hour match on TV, and it is very hard to keep my attention. Like I said, I watch New Japan stuff, so I'm used to longer matches. And this match was awesome. It kept my attention the whole time, and the build-up to Hangman finally hitting that buckshot, but couldn't get the pin. and we're gonna get the rematch this Wednesday with a TBS, and they're gonna have the judges. Bryan don't fucking miss, bro. There's a reason that in every single AEW review I say Bryan Danielson this, Bryan Danielson that. There's no touching this man. Bryan Danielson, it's a shame that Hangman has the title right now, and I don't want him to lose it, because Bryan Danielson is so much better than the whole roster. I even put Kenny in there. Oh, excuse me. I feel like Bryan is just better than everybody. He's better than seeing Phil over there. Like, people are like talking about Punk's run, and I'm over here looking at Bryan like, you guys are fucking like blind and deaf. Like, Bryan has had matches with Bobby Fish, Anthony Bowens, Kenny, Hangman, fucking one of my other picks, because Bryan's going to be in this list about 600 times. Bryan's just a shit. And this match with Hangman legitimate lies. It legit made Hangman's title run more important. Bryan alone is making Hangman's title run legit as all hell. So I can't say enough good things about Bryan Danielson. All right, we're at the top 10 now. We got the first 5 out the way. Let's throw in Zack Sabre versus Shingo at the G1. This was an awesome match, and this is the match where Zack Sabre made himself famous and tapped out Shingo Takagi. A finish I did not see coming. Just the relentlessness and the ruthlessness of Zack Sabre Jr. in this G1 was awesome. Like I said, he was my MVP of the G1, him and Ishii. But this match was awesome because he finally got a big win over Shingo. Shingo's handed Zack probably like 2 or 3 losses by this time. So seeing Zack able to tap him out and just destroy this man's arm was kind of incredible. I loved it. This was a very good match. Number 9. The Yappa Pie. Let's see. Let's throw in Edge versus Seth at the Hell in a Cell match. So this was a very close to being not this match. I loved their Madison Square Garden match. I thought that match was awesome. The only reason I put this one in is because it's Hell in a Cell. But honestly, I would have put the other one in because I love their trilogy of matches, especially the first one where he first did the Brood entrance. But this match, the Hell in a Cell, this was actually one of the best Hell in a Cell matches I've seen in a long time. One of my favorite spots ever, where Edge bounced Seth off the cage, and he bounced so hard off the cage that he hit through a table. It was such a great spot. The only thing I would have had is Edge lose. Like, to me, he should have put over Seth more. Seth won the Madison Square Garden match. That was it. Edge won both the big main matches. I would have felt like Seth should have won the Hell in a Cell match. I'd rather have Edge win the first 2 and Seth win the Hell in a Cell, because Seth is the one who's going to be here permanently, and like after this, Edge disappeared. But other than that, this match was awesome. It's an actual real Hell in a Cell match that actually deserved it. So that's very rare to find, honestly. All right. Number 8 now. Number 8. We are winding down here. I'm telling you, this list was hard as fuck to make. Let's see who we got here at number 8. What will I put next? I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to go with Naito versus Kota Ibushi, Wrestle Kingdom. Kota Ibushi winning the double gold at Wrestle Kingdom 15. It's a moment that I have been waiting for a long time. Did they fuck it up after? Yes, they did. Because Kota wins the double gold. He doesn't even believe when he wins it. He hits the Kamigoye, but then Naito kicks out and then hits that last one without the knee pad, which you know is death. And he doesn't even believe that he won the title. And it was fucking awesome. It was legit fucking great. And they should have never did what they did after, which they dropped the titles, combined the titles, and Kota loses it in his first title defense to Will Ospreay. And I love Will Ospreay, and I love this title run, and I love this title win. But I have been waiting for so long for Kota to be on top, and this man got to do nothing. He got to, like, legit, he didn't get to do nothing. I was so upset. I was just like, oh, this could have been so much better. But the match and the moment, I will never forget Kota winning both those titles. I was teary-eyed the whole time. I get goosebumps talking about it now because I love Kota Ibushi. So, that was fucking awesome. Like, I enjoyed that way too much than I should have. I thought that was fucking awesome. All right. Number 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, number 7. We're going to go with Ishii versus Hiromu from a G1. This was a specialty match because Naito got injured in the second match by, I think it was his knee injury. And Hiromu ended up filling in a couple matches for him. He fought Kenta, but Hiromu versus Ishii, man. So Hiromu is a fucking psychopath who does not quit. This guy is insane. He fucking injures himself all the time. He's like New Japan's Darby Allin before Darby Allin was Darby Allin. Hiromu's a shit. Ishii's a murderer. So Ishii was beating the crap out of this kid, man, and Hiromu kept coming back and coming back and coming back. Honestly, I would have had Ishii lose this match too. Like, I know you're probably thinking, oh, you want Ishii to lose everything. No, I love Ishii. I think he should win the world title one day to as a thank you for everything that he's done for the people. Because, like, when you need someone to give Ishii, when you need someone to have a decent, amazing match, or you need someone to be taken seriously, Ishii is there. He kind of feels like Mankind McFoley to me. So, yeah, Ishii and Hiromu was fucking awesome. I thought they killed it. It told a great story, too, of Hiromu fighting for his friend, so. All right, 6 more to go. And we are going to go with Will Ospreay versus Shingo Takagi at Wrestling Dontaku. This was Will Ospreay's only title defense here. He beat Kota for the title, and then he defended it once. And I would say this is the best match, other than the Best of the Super Juniors finals, that Will Ospreay and Shingo Takagi had. This match told a amazing story of just two men that know each other so well. They know everything they're going to do. They match each other tit for tat. Will Ospreay having to bust out, Chelsea's grin and all this stuff. But I would definitely say this is my favorite match between them. It's very hard to pick between the Best of the Super Juniors finals. But I can tell you, you're going to see Shingo Takagi on this list too a bunch of times. Shingo's the fucking shit, man. All right, we're at the top 5 here. Like I said, I know what my number 1 wrestling match of all 2021 was. So, let's see. Top 5. We will do this match. I don't know. This match is really good, but honestly, this match brought a manly tear to my eye. That's why I hold it so high in regard. A lot of people are going to be like, oh, the match was okay. I don't care. It's my list. Fuck you. Number 5 is Christian versus Kenny Omega at Rampage. The first Rampage episode for the TNA World Title. You don't know what Christian Cage means to me, man. Like, I was the biggest TNA mark. I still have the Best of Christian Cage, the Instant Classic. I just love Christian Cage, man. I've always been a big Christian fan, but when Christian went to TNA and got the song that he has again, and he got to come out to it on AEW, and he threw double C's for Christian Cage, and Kenny Omega was having the reign of terror in TNA, beating all the TNA talent, and who comes to save TNA other than Christian fucking Cage? Like, you couldn't have fucking booked it better. I had a tear in my eye the whole time. It was a great match. He ended up winning with the Unprettier through a chair. It was fucking incredible. And it's 2 of my generational favorites. It's Christian, who has always been underrated as hell and one of the best wrestlers in the world. I can hardly say that with 100% serious. I think Christian's always been better than Edge. I think Christian is one of the best in the world of all time. Heel, babyface, mostly as a heel, doesn't matter. That's just how he rolls. And this match was special to me because this man came back from not wrestling in 7 years and came back and won the TNA title with the TNA song. Oh my God. Even talking about it makes me emotional. I just fucking love this match. And like I said, it's one of my favorites of all time versus my new generational favorite, Kenny Omega. You know what I mean? Like been such a big fan of Kenny. as soon as he joined the Bullet Club. Like, I liked Kenny before when he was a Street Fighter guy and, the Golden Lovers and all that stuff. He's always been a solid, good hand. Or, the little matches he would have in Ring of Honor and stuff like that. But Kenny joining that Bullet Club, becoming the murderer, the cleaner, and then seeing him go against fucking Christian Cage, Double C. It's one in a lifetime opportunity. And then just the fact that they got to have the match again at All Out, and it was also very good. But something special about that first time they touched, man. It was incredible. Number 4. The name you're going to see probably like 600 times. Bryan Danielson versus Edge versus Roman at Mania Night 2 main event. This match was awesome. This match does not get enough credit. And again, it's Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan main evented WrestleMania. Main evented a fucking multiple AEW shows, had 2 5-star matches, and is now wrestling for the AEW World Title as we speak. Bryan Danielson plays no fucking games, bro. This guy is the fucking GOAT for a reason. Hey, yeah, this match had a lot of drama, had a lot of Uso stuff. It led to Bryan's last program for Roman Reigns. And just the way Bryan inserted himself to this match was awesome because he just like, it made Edge go kind of tweener and heel. It made Roman be the asshole that he is. I feel like Roman would have not as gotten as over if it wasn't for Bryan and everything he did. Like, Roman deserves a lot of credit, but I feel like Bryan doesn't get enough credit for all the stuff he did for Roman on the way out. But yeah, this was a very solid match, and I still have the shirt of this smash him, stack him, pin him, where he's pinning both. And like, this match, I was laughing the whole time because I said it before the match even happened. How awesome would it be if because I'm all into this Tribal Chief shit. I joke around, but I'm all in it. And I said, how awesome would it be if Roman just fucking stacked and pinned both of them? And that's exactly what he did. So I was pretty fucking happy, I'll tell you that. I was just like, yo, it's the Tribal Chief. He fucking pinned them both, brother. So yeah, that's number 4. Number 3, we get Lucha Bros versus Young Bucks at the Steel Cage for the tag team titles. I think it was All Out. This was almost my number 1 match, and I never would have thought in a million years a tag team match would have been number 1 on my list. But this match told a great story, and people were sick and tired of the Young Bucks by now. And Lucha Bros came out of nowhere and were just like, I said Lucha Bros should have been the first AEW tag team champions. Santana and Ortiz and fucking Lucha Bros should have been right up there. And the fact it took this long to have Lucha Bros win the titles made me a little upset. But they got the live entrance treatment. And I'm not a big fan of their new theme, but the live version was so much better. It was really cool. This was good shit. And just the drama in this match. And Pentagon hugging his children when he was covered in blood. And then they're covered in blood and they're fucking crying. It was just a lot of good shit. Honestly, this match had a lot of good stuff. Phoenix doing Phoenix shit, Pentagon being Pentagon, and the Bucks busting out the spiked shoe with the spiked super kick. It had a lot of stuff. This is definitely the best tag team match of the year, I'll tell you that. And here's the name that you probably saw about 700 times. Number 2. Bryan Danielson versus Minoru Suzuki at the Rampage Buy-In. This was a fucking YouTube match. And I think this is Bryan's best match to date in AEW. I love the Kenny Bryan. I love the Hangman Bryan. I liked a lot of Bryan's matches in AEW. He's had some great career matches already, but the match with Minoru Suzuki, I never thought I would see Bryan versus Minoru Suzuki. I'll tell you that. Not recently, and they fucking killed it. It was Suzuki's best performance in AEW because I feel like they did him dirty with the Moxley match where they screwed him and cut the match and cut the entrance. Then they had the good street fight, but again, Suzuki lost. So this match was fucking great. These guys told a story. They beat the shit out of each other. And it was basically whose dick is bigger. And we found out Bryan Danielson is not a motherfucker to mess with. And I cannot wait till we do the rematch and Suzuki gets his win back. And then we do a tiebreaker. But yeah, Bryan Danielson and Suzuki was fucking awesome. And number 1, my favorite wrestling match of 2021. Can only be one answer. Walter versus Eli Dragunov. Fucking is his name Eli Dragunov, or am I thinking of fucking the dude from Tekken? I don't remember. But Dragon, fucking yeah, Takeover 36. What can I say about this match? So let me do a little story time here. They built this match from last year. Dragunov and Walter had a match where Dragunov got the shit beat out of him in one of the best matches I've ever seen. Walter beat the shit out of him, choked him out, embarrassed this man, absolutely whooped his fucking ass for about 30 to 40 minutes. What do we get in the rematch? Dragunov basically says, I've learned from my mistakes, because Dragunov left for a long time, came back, and then he came back with this aggression, and he started beating the shit out of all of his opponents, and he was wondering what the hell is wrong with me until he realized the match with Walter broke me, and I need to break him. So, cut forward to the match, and what can I say? What can I say other than this storytelling is what wrestling is all about. The man got murdered, embarrassed, and beaten to death, came back, lost his mind, regained his composure, and took revenge on the man that took away everything that he ever wanted. He fights Walter to the death here. They beat the living piss out of each other. Walter hits the clothesline. Dragunov kicks out. Walter hits the splash that he beat Pete Dunne with. Mind you, Walter has been champion for over 800 fucking days right now. 800 days. Like one of the longest reigns of all time. And fucking Walter beat Pete Dunne, who had a 600-day run with that splash. Dragunov kicks out. Dragunov starts losing his mind. Beats the shit out of Walter. Chops. Beat the crap out of him. What does he do? He starts beating the crap out of his hand so he can't chop him. He starts choking him out, beating the shit out of him, suplexing him, kicking him, punching him. Walter is getting beat to a pulp. Dragunov gets the sleeper hold, wrenches it so far back that he lifts Walter, who is about 2 feet taller than him, off the floor, and Walter taps out. So everything that Dragunov went through, the embarrassment that Dragunov went to, he paid it all forward in this match and embarrassed Walter just like Walter did to him. Beat the shit out of him. Chest made out of fucking spaghetti. Fucking just dead, and chokes his ass out. The unstoppable force gets murdered by the fucking underdog that had no chance in hell of winning. It was amazing. Like, I get goosebumps even talking about it. Like, Dragunov, I already said AJ Styles, Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega, and Bryan Danielson. Dragunov is this fucking close going up there. Same thing with Nigel McGuinness. He's up there too. But he's this close of going to one of my best of all time lists. This kid is so young and he's so fucking good. Like, I don't even know where they found this guy. Like, legit, I remember seeing him one day a long time ago at some random indie. He was fighting, I think, the Black Swan guy. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. That guy looks great. You know, he's fucking Russian. He does the Russian missile. He does the fucking anthem. And then I see Triple H sign him for NXT UK. And I'm just like, oh, that's that cool Russian guy. And you can't take your guys off this match. Just watch his match with Cesaro. Watch his match with, I think it was Peter Dune. Watch both his Walter matches. Some of the best matches I've ever seen in my life. It made me a Walter fan. I was not the biggest Walter fan until he started wrestling this dude. And I started, until Walter started doing takeovers and stuff. And I'm just like, holy shit, this guy's the real fucking deal. And yeah, like, just this was the match, man. This was the match of the year. It was incredible. Everyone should go watch it. There was nothing better on TV than this match. And it came at a random NXT takeover. This was the last regular takeover. And I'm glad it went out with a bang, because that last takeover was awesome. Every match on there was really good. But this match was something special. So, yeah. That's it for me. That's the top 15. Enjoy the Bryan Danielson and Ishii hour here. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for me. I'll catch you guys next time. You use K92 for all the social medias. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me your favorite matches. Tell me how my list ranks against yours. Like I said, a lot of mine's gonna have a lot of New Japan in it because I hold New Japan to a higher regard. I threw two WWE matches in there, two or three, I think. So I tried to give them a fair shake because, like I said, WWE has good wrestling here and there. Like I said, my favorite match came from WWE programming, technically. NXT, TakeOver. But yeah, Whale Talks Wrestling, where all podcasts can be heard. Everyone have a good year. Let's hope this here just has the same, good wrestling. Let's keep it going.